Hi guys, thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna just continue about those triad things. So this one is about spread triads or skip the string triad or whatever, and just a couple of ways how to practice this stuff. I also wrote a little etude as one of the examples that you can get down in the link below. And yeah, let's get into it. So what I will gonna check out today is basically spread triads or skipping the string triad. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna focus on one particular triad, three voicings. So 1, 2, strings 1, 2, and 4, right? These are the voicings I'm talking about, right? So these are the voicings I'm talking about, and there's just ways how to practice these voicings. Would be, let's take a circle of fifths as your example of how to change the keys around. So you could be doing, I told you in a previous video, I said, hey, write it down randomly, different notes on a paper. Well, that's one way, but if you want to do it even more, sort of more organized, right? So circle of fifths is a good tool to use because that's also going to strengthen your key knowledge and yeah, just knowledge of circle of fifths and what notes and what sharps and what flats and all that stuff. Although in this case, maybe we're not going to focus on sharps and flats as much, right? But okay, let me show you what I mean. So there's multiple ways how to use circle fifths when you practice this kind of stuff. So most obvious way and first way, which is also the etude I've wrote, is moving clockwise around circle fifths. In that case, you kind of ensuring that you do cover all the keys. So let's see how it sounds. And very, very important when you do this is really think where the root is every time. So root is here, so that's a C major, that's C major triad, and the root is here, and the root is here, and the root is here, right? So if we move around circle of fifths, the rule will be play all these three voicings, cover fret as well as you can, and move to the closest voicing that is the closest to the previous voicing. So how that sounds: C, G, D, A, E, B, G flat, and so on. So obviously I didn't play the full etude. Full etude is down below. And let's check out more things what we can explore with the circle of fifths. So another thing you can do is move anti-clockwise. So how would that sound? I'm just gonna give you a short example. So I didn't write that down, but that's something you can keep composing yourself if you understand the concept. And also, if you're gonna play that etude that I've wrote, like a lot of times, just keep playing, always thinking what chord are you playing and what key are you, then eventually you're just gonna kind of know these voicings really well. And yeah, and you'll be able to move anywhere, really. So next thing to test yourself after you've done that first one would be going anti-clockwise. So let's do anti-clockwise. So you have C, and then the next one would be F. And here I made a choice. I made a choice going from this C to this F. I could make the other choice. I could move from this C to this F. and then I go a bit higher on the neck. So that's obviously your choice to make if you write this etude yourself, or if I write another one, I'll link down below. Yeah, if you're playing, for example, acoustic guitar or nylon string guitar, it's going to be a little bit trickier for you to play up here. And if you're playing electric guitar or jazz guitar or this kind of guitar, which is golden nylon string, then you can move up, and that's again up to you really. So that was going from C to F, and next key would be B flat. And then E flat, and then A flat. So that's going anti-clockwise, and you can just keep going with this, right? I'm kind of hiding away from the sun here. Okay, cool. So that's that. What about we think of circle of fifths and draw a line in between, so C and G flat, so diagonally below, and that's going to create like a tritone sound. And tritone is like a flat 5 or sharp 4, and what it means is well, you can use it in jazz. A lot of times there's something called tritone substitutions, which you have that sound of altered sound, basically, which I'm not going to get into too deeply right now, but the sound of this, and if you move straight away instead of playing all triads, but moving straight away to the G flat, it would sound like this, and then C, G flat. So that's kind of like interesting sound, and obviously if your ears are not used to it, that's kind of like out, right? But if your ears are used to it, then you might actually like that sound, right? So that's one way of moving straight away to the chord. So that's C, G flat, C, G flat, C, G flat. That's one way to do it. Again, let's do if you play the whole 3 voicings. G flat. So that's going diagonally on the circle of fifths. So the other diagonal, if you go clockwise and do the diagonal, then it would be G and D flat, or you can also say G and C sharp, whatever you prefer. And how would that sound? So let's start here. And then next chord will be D flat, and which was the closest one, most logical kind of thing, would be maybe here. Do that one more time. So G and D flat. Okay, sorry, I just tested. Yeah, so that's that. And then you can keep going with this kind of stuff. You can also skip a key. So go from C to D. Let's do this. So, and D. And the next would be E. So I was just kind of looking around in circle fifths and skipping the keys. So you have like C, G, D, A, E, and I'm skipping the G. So I'm going from C to D, then I'm going from D to E, and so on. You can keep going to G flat, then A flat, then B flat. And then repeat that starting from the G. So G, A, B, D flat, E flat, F, right? The other thing you can do, go from C to A, and then, so that would be skipping 2 keys, right? So C to A, and then to G flat. Let's see how that sounds. And let's do it straight away. So C, A, right? Then G flat. That's actually the same voicing, right? So I kind of like, that's too easy, actually. But so let's do it. Let's do it fully. And then going to A. And then G flat. and so on, right? So yeah, you can just keep going and experimenting with the stuff. So what else? I think that's it. If you enjoyed this lesson, give me a thumbs up and subscribe and all that business, right? Actually, one more thing two more things that came to my mind just now is one, you can also test this in one position. So let's say, let's start with clockwise. So what if you do everything in one position? You start with this voicing, and then the next one would be G. So the clockwise normal normal circle fifth, so, and then D, A, and so on, E, right? So you just kind of keep going in one position. So let's do that one more time just to showcase. G, D, A, E, right? Okay, that's cool. That's one more option, and obviously I was only looking at a string set that is spread triad or skipping the string triad that only covers 1, 2, and 4 strings. So obviously there are more triads there, right? So you can also just keep going with the triads. So, right? And so on, right? So that's 2, 3, and 5 strings, right? So we have also this one. So you have like 6, 4, and 3. And then we have C, G, E. And we have E, C, G. Right? That's that. Then we have like the ones that are skipping. Right, so we have G, E, and C. And then we have C, C, G, and E. And then we have this kind of, right? And then what else we have? We have also, right, that's quite simple. Right, and then we have, this is better one. Yeah, so so there's more to it. Each of these string sets, just do that in all keys as well, the same way, testing around the circle of fifths. If you don't know your circle of fifths well enough, just print it out and look at it, and eventually you just kind of like memorize the way it looks. Thanks guys, thanks for watching, and see you next time. If you like this lesson, do check out, well, first of all, do the thumbs up and all that stuff, right? Subscribing and all that helps this channel, and also if you enjoy this lesson, you can also buy me a coffee in a PayPal link below. That would be greatly appreciated, of course. And yeah, let me know what you think, how you get on, if you learned an etude that so one of these etudes I wrote down, the most obvious one, so you can play that a lot and write your own etudes, and hopefully that goes well and you have some fun. Okay, thanks guys for watching. I'll see you next time.